Ruri Dragon, a new manga in Shonen Jump. The manga currently only has 6 chapters available, probably 7 till this video goes up. You might think that 6 chapters aren't a lot to make a full video about a manga, but Ruri Dragon is something special. 6 chapters in and it got my attention. I mostly like to read battle manga like Fairy Tail and Eden Zero because it has lots of action. When it comes to slice of life and romantic manga, it just can't hold my attention. I got incredibly bored from them really quickly, especially when there is nothing extra to it. But Ruri Dragon actually did something what most slice of life manga couldn't. It made me hooked. And yes, believe me when I say it, it's great accomplishment for a slice of life manga. Ruri Dragon doesn't have the best humor, and it's actually not some groundbreaking concept, yet for some reason I got to like this manga in a really short time period. Ruri Dragon is about an average schoolgirl named Ruri. One day she wakes up to go to school and she notices in the mirror that she grew a pair of horns. Confused as any other human being should in this situation, she shows it to her mother. Her mother then reveals it to her that she is actually a half human and half dragon. Her father was a dragon, a Ryu. At the start, she takes this information like her mother went crazy. But who can blame her? From one day to another, a pair of horns just pops up and your mom tells you you are a dragon, a mythical fire-breathing beast from legend and fiction. But as time is passing and she is getting ready to go to school, she starts to think more and more about it. What even is a dragon? A fictional monster? But her dad is a dragon. What does that make her? What type of dragon she might be? A Ryu? That's like a koi. She slowly starts to question herself and question if dragons really exist. And if they do, what does that make her? She was a human as long as she remembers, and now she's a dragon. She's confused about her whole existence. In school, she's sworn by the other student because of her horns. They think it's cool and awesome. And they even proceed to touch her horns and take selfies with her. She went really fast from just an average girl in the class who isn't special to the center of the attention. She gets slightly annoyed by this because she's more of a shut-in type personality. And all the out of nowhere attention she gets makes her tired. She doesn't know how to process the new situation she got herself into. After lunch, she starts to think about herself and her dad again. What is she? Did she only gain horns from her dad? What if there are other threats she got from her dad? All the worrying thinking and out of nowhere attention she got made her sleepy and she proceeds to fall asleep during class. When she gets waken up by the teacher, she's asked to stand up and read from the book as a punishment for falling asleep during class. But when she's about to start to read from the book, she sneezes. Then the sneeze transforms into a powerful fire blast, burning the book in her hand in half and setting the boy's hair in front of her ablaze. Everyone, including her, got shocked by this, and this is truly the point where her journey begins. Her mother rushes to the school the moment she learns what happened, and the way home in the car she tells her more about her father. After this point, Ruri starts to become worried. She nearly set the entire class at fire and could have hurt someone. And her mother, keeping the fact that she's half dragon a secret from her entire life, is unfair. It made her feel like she's alone. She starts to get more shut in from the sudden change she's going through. She gets worried that others might hate her for being a dragon. She starts to worry that they might fear her and avoid her, treat her like a monster she is. She shuts herself in to avoid others from the fear. But then her mother starts to support her and trying to help her over her fear and learn how to be herself. She helps her to learn how to control her fire, and most importantly, she asks her to go back to school with the help of her friend. She goes back to school after nearly a week of absence. She's filled with fear of how others might think about her. But even after she nearly burned someone's head off, they didn't hate her. In fact, they started to love her even more. She became even more loved and the center of more attention. People started to even theorize that she might be a biological weapon created by the government. Even the boy who sits in front of her and got tortured by her fire breath didn't hate her, didn't fear her. He accepted her. He just got a haircut and brushed it off like nothing really happened. The entire manga is about Ruri slowly learning how to love herself even after all the new changes she is going through. And to don't be afraid to make new friends with others no matter how different she is. It's about a girl learning about herself as she is getting older, and about making friends with others while she is learning more and more about herself. It's about the difficulties of growing up and learning to deal with problems no matter how bizarre they might be. She's slowly learning how to deal with the fact of her being a half dragon, how to make new friends despite her difference, and how to socialize without building invisible walls between herself and her classmates. And especially about how to learn to love yourself and how to learn to control her new dragon powers and abilities. Oh, and especially about interspecies relationships. Can we just talk about how great Ruri Mama is? She didn't just pull a mythical beast for herself, but she also takes care of her daughter while she is teaching her how to be herself and how to control her new abilities. She's a loving and supportive parent who loves her daughter and isn't afraid to punch a dragon. And she does all this while she has a full-on job at some random company. Ruri Mama is the best girl this year, and I don't wanna hear no excuse. I highly recommend checking this manga out because even if it's not a battle manga about world-threatening dangers and great mysteries and conspiracies, it's still something special and something what is incredibly good to read during cozy nights. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and see you guys next time in my next video.